Today at Bradford College, we're here to wrap up our motorsport engagement program by celebrating the achievements by the students studying an NVQ in motor vehicle maintenance. So I had several inspiration moments growing up, and one of the key moments was obviously going to a motor show with a relative back in the 2000s, and obviously seeing all of these personnel working in the industry, how to kind of network with them and, you know, give a CV out or ask if there's any jobs or even individual tips on how to kind of progress and work into the automotive sector. I previously I did a placement year at BMW Group in Oxford, and there was opportunity to go down to a free event down at Brooklands where McLaren were putting on an open day. Sir Lewis Hamilton driving his championship winning car, and that was my first kind of interaction with F1 and seeing how the roles work in the industry. There was a gentleman on the laptop stage that looked quite interesting. Maybe I can do something like that in the future. My journey to F1 started at Haas in 2017. I was trackside as Kevin Magnussen's systems engineer. I then transitioned into a role at McLaren as a systems support engineer. I had an opportunity to do several testing with Lando Norris, as well as supporting some races with the trackside team. Working at Mercedes was absolutely phenomenal. I was there as an electronics support engineer. Being in an environment where their team is winning, everyone is very positive, and all that they've achieved, winning various championships in terms of drivers and constructors. Driven by Us was born out of community. We saw internal networks being formed, but there wasn't one in particular for ethnic minorities or underrepresented groups, so the decision was, as a collective, we should do this, and it needed someone to kind of step out from the industry to lead this, and that someone was myself, and I was more than happy to kind of be that advocate. What I'm personally proud of at Driven by Us in particular is the sense of the community, so it's all voluntary-led. In the short space of time, Driven by Us has achieved a lot. The particular highlight was winning the Points of Light award. The team managed to go down to Downing Street to speak about the difficulties faced by underrepresented groups in the industry and how we can change that through community organisations such as ourselves at Driven by Us. We've also had fantastic engagement, so engaging communities and underrepresented groups around the UK, as well as overseas in the US with our STEM programmes. Driven by Us Driver Academy currently has 45 drivers from underrepresented groups, so specifically diverse talent we've identified. We've highlighted the karters who are currently 17 or under in the UK who are driving themselves in various championships, and we want to help them and coach them in terms of obviously the aspiration. Everyone wants to be an F1 driver, but you might not be an F1 driver, so what other opportunities are there? You might be a single-seater driver, you might be a GT driver.
The motorsport I do want to get into is drifting. I've always been a big fan of drifting. I always watch drifting videos on YouTube. I do it myself in games, so it'd be something nice to get into.
This programme we've completed at Bradford College will have a legacy, so what the students have done already is learn how to write a CV. Some of them hadn't done a CV before they've started this programme. They now have a complete CV where they can go to employers to kind of pitch themselves. They've learned how to do cover letters, which again, they didn't know how to do cover letters, so we're not just here to do a fantastic programme. We're here to embed them into the community of Driven by Us, into the network, let them have access to the role models within the industry, such as myself, such as George, and hopefully progress into getting roles in motorsports.
The best part of the motorsport engagement program for me has been just interactions with the students from the very beginning up until now, to see that distance traveled. You know, some of them really not having those CVs, maths and English wasn't necessarily where they wanted it to be, but they've managed to produce all of that documentation that they need, and now they're getting interviews, some of them offered jobs in just a period of a month. So I think that's phenomenal work from the students, and to see them come out of their shell. Some people that would have never asked a question before are now able to do that. So yeah, beautiful to see the distance travel.
And taught us just basically on how to go through life and how to apply for jobs. And if I did want to work in motorsport, it probably would be in F1 with Lewis Hamilton's team, obviously Mercedes, best team there. Can't really complain.
I totally agree with what his points which he's made, like when it comes to CV writing. I see the best part for me out of the whole experience is having the IC cars out, getting to play around, getting to mess about around with that. And with me, if I was going to work in the industry, He's a Mercedes fan, I'm a Ferrari fan. I've always thought Ferraris are beautiful, so probably be Ferrari for me. I don't know about that.
We used to be friends, so...
We used to be friends.
Other than that, it's all good.
Driven by Us is a collective of people that have diverse roles within the industry. I'm one of the members and also one of the non-executive directors, but also run Motive. So as a collective, we come together with the different resources that we have to make sure that we can deliver an outstanding program, right? And leverage all the resources, all the amazing role models in industry. And I would like to think that James is, very much one of them. So to be able to partner with him to do this has been a magical experience, and to bring our expertise at Motives and the Driven by Us community as well has made all of these students at Bradford feel as though they can actually be in the industry, because they see people that look like them, have gone through similar barriers, but managed to triumph.
Part of the legacy here at Bradford is to leave them with access to local communities. So we're working with United Autosports, Janetta, where the students will have opportunities to visit the facilities, network with the employees there, and have access to the resources in terms of how to progress their careers. So my aspiration for the future of motorsports obviously is to be more diverse and reflective of the society we live in day to day. We focus on the representation that's already in the industry and those aspiring to work in the industry, the inclusivity, so how to make an organisation inclusive, and the community. So the core is the community. Without the community, nothing will progress and nothing will happen. So we have a fantastic community at Driven by Us where we're very accessible to all.